don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron WFCS-11 Optimus Prime. And he is a Voyager class. You can see him here in his clear plastic window, bottom of the box, top of the box, side of the box, has that nice little picture of the Ark. It'd be really neat if Hasbro made us an Ark. I mean, one that would fit the scale of these. Hell, I'd probably even pay $300 or $400 for it if it was really worthwhile. Here we have the pictures of everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope there's not as much waste in this box as there is with the Hound one. Give you an example. Here is the Hound box. You can see there, he's a little bit bigger than this one. And what I mean by waste, I mean all this down to here is just kind of dead space. They could have saved a little bit of time from here and here, just giving us something that was smaller. I wasn't impressed with the box. I wanted the figure to be good. So yeah, you could see there, his box is a little bit bigger. This was $20 US, this was 30 approximately, and I was actually able to find this at a Walmart, believe it or not. So I think the next thing we need to do is open him up. So here we are with Optimus Prime, and out of the box he comes with his Prime gun weapon thing. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about. It's got some hollow in it, not a lick of paint. He can hold his gun just fine without any trouble. Here's his axe. It's got a, looks like a painted Autobot symbol. Why it's black I don't know, but I'm sure there's a reason. It folds up some way or another. Oh yeah, that's right, you gotta do the other side first, don't you? Yeah, you gotta turn that in first, and it makes a shield. There's a pin and a port. Comes up like that, and now I guess he can hold it or something. And he can have the shield thing on his arm, so I guess that works. He comes with instructions. I really wonder if the Decepticons are going to come with purple. I don't know, I haven't seen those yet. But yeah, apparently he transforms in 27 steps, so that's got to be pretty neat. I get to play around and take a look at that. Alright, so now I suppose the next thing we need to do is look at the figure itself. So, why don't we zoom in here and take a look at old Optimus Prime. Right off the bat, you can see he's got nice pretty blue eyes. He's got a little bit of silver right there on the head crest. It's a very simplistic Optimus Prime face, I would say. I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I mean, it is obviously Optimus Prime. There's no doubt about that. It's just, I don't know. Head is on a hinge right here, and it'll go all the way around on a mushroom peg. So that's kind of neat. So he can look up that far, down that far a little bit, and then you can get just a little bit, just the tiniest bit of wiggle waggle. The arms have this battle damage and an Autobot symbol. He's got a chest right here that's got more battle damage, I guess. He's got those little orange running lights. Coming down the figure, this is gray that they've brushed with silver. Here we got the white, the mustard yellow right here. The arms have these little smokestacks things on them. Toy Hacks has a upgrade for these, and I'm going to end up buying them for it. Just I don't care if I hate the figure or not, I'm going to end up doing that. More battle damage here. The wrist is a solid molded 5mm port, but it does have some details picked out in it. Let's back out just a tinch. The arms can do a full 360. They can go out to the side. The smokestacks move out of the way, so he can definitely go wee. And he can bend a little bit over 90 degrees at the elbow, and the wrist swivels. I mean, you can turn it quite a ways. Now, coming down the figure, he has a full waist rotation, so he can go all the way around with that. The legs, as we're looking at, have more of that battle damage stuff on them. There's molded detail right here, if you could see it, right there. There is gray plastic right here. Some more of that molded detail. Hopefully you can see. The feet have a little bit of paint right there. He has a rocker. Toe will tilt down but not up. The thigh, he can do a full Chinese splits, no problem. What about the American? The hip skirt doesn't move out of the way. So that's what you're going to get with the American splits. You can get a thigh rotation at the upper thigh. You have a mushroom peg. It's got to be a mushroom peg right in here, which we can't see, which is hidden, which is wonderful. I like it when they hide stuff. We get well over 90 degrees of bend, and I've already covered the feet. Okay, so this is what the figure looks like on the side. This is what it looks like on the back. Perhaps here's what the legs look like, and I'm not sure, I haven't transformed this thing yet. I'm not sure why these aren't blue. They may be here very shortly, but for some reason they're not blue now, and that would kind of bring the figure together a little bit better. That I don't much care for these lights hanging off of his arms. Not sure why they're there, but okay. And the Toy Hacks things that are going to go on this, I'll show those off when they come in. Toy Hacks is not that far from me. It's only a few states away. I can get stuff from Florida pretty much in 2 days. Toy Hack stuff, it says it goes out and it takes me a week to get it. I'm not sure what's going on there. So it may be a little bit before I post the video for these and the stickers. Alright, so we've covered articulation. He's coming in at the head to just over 6.5 inches, but it's not quite 6 3/4. So shoulder to shoulder, if we don't take the smokestacks into account, we're looking at 3 1/4. If we add the smokestacks, then we're looking at almost 3 3. That can't be right. 3 1/4. Yeah, you throw in the smokestacks, and we're looking at almost 3 3/4. Interesting. Okay. Depth-wise, let's see here. We're eyeballing this somewhere between 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. And that's from here to the back of here. Alright, we've covered articulation. We've looked at the figure. I think now we need to do some size comparisons. There we are with Classics Prime and Nemesis. What have you done here? You like it, don't you? Did you put a Decepticon symbol in there? Yep, it's mine now. Optimus can't have it back. Although, I'd be more than happy to give it to him. Rah! You just need to relax a little bit. I mean, remember, look at your size difference here. Maybe you're right. You know what? I'm keeping the axe, though. So, you want me to give you his axe? Yep. Well, I don't think it serves as a trailer hitch or anything, so maybe we can make that happen. Yippee! Finally! Look out, world! Here I come! You thought you got me off the screen without having to tell me, didn't you? Yeah, I was really hoping there, Nemesis. You should know better. Alright, time to go now. Wait, don't rush me! Don't rush me! Ah! Whew-wee. Let's see here, folks. I guess after that little Nemesis fiasco, I guess the only thing left to do is transform this guy. Transforming him requires moving certain parts at certain times to make sure that everything works the way you want it to. So, yeah. Go ahead and lift this up. These are going to open up here like this. If you do them right, they will. Okay, rotate these at the knee joint, pull the tires out and around, and depending on how yours are, the first time I did these, mine were very, very stiff and kind of scared me to break them. Pull your feet together. You have to leave these out, and these will connect. There is a port right here and a pin right here, and you've got a dual port and pin system right there to help keep everything together. So line those up, squeeze them together, and you're good to go. And that represents the bottom half, and you just got to kind of keep these out of the way. Bend at the waist. Now, there's lots, oh, and in case I didn't show it, the chest opens up. Okay. Easiest thing I have found to do is pull these back. And pull this. These wheels here are on a hinge, double hinge system. You just gotta get in there and get them out. I mean, you just saw me do one, so you know it can be done. Oh, Tommy boy, what are you doing wrong here? You just got that one. There we go. You just got to kind of angle it a little bit to get it down. Bring these all the way down and pull them down like that, just to get them out of the way. I hope I don't forget any steps. Let's see here. Angle your elbows this way in the traditional classics prime thing. Pull these forward. You may have to rotate them around various different ways. Come to the back, rotate this around, and this was another thing that was really stiff at this joint right here. I thought I was going to break it, but I didn't. Pull this up as far as it'll go, open this, pull this out, and you got to kind of flex it a little bit to get it around these little joints right here, so just be mindful. Move your arms kindly out of the way. Well, actually, I guess you could go ahead and put them in the back here, if you wish, just to go ahead and get it done. Keep those out of the way. Open up your chest here, throw your Optimus Prime head in there. This section right here has to go between these two things right here. So, pull this down, pull that down and into place, and maneuver it so that it will sit where it needs to go, which might be easier said than done occasionally, but it is possible, he says. Let me see here, get in there. There we go. I pushed down on this section just a little bit and it popped it right where it needed to go. Okay, you can go ahead and close these up. These will help hold everything in place. Now, keep these extended, bring your arms around, and they will fit into a little cavity right here. The fists will, and they will just kind of go in there. Trust me, they will. You can bring that together, that'll lock that in place, that'll lock that in place. Bring up your wheel, it will lock in place, and hang on a second, Tommy Boy forgot a step. You got to rotate this on this hinge here, and rotate this, which will allow you, isn't that right? That should be right. No, you can't, can you? Huh. Nope, that was right. Tommy Boy didn't forget a step. He was just looking at it wrong and overdoing it. Bring in your arm here, pull that up, lock that in place. There's a port right there and a pin. Lock that in, pull your tires up, and last thing you need to do is pull that in, and that will lock in right there. Pull this in, and that pin will lock into that port that I tried to make work the other way there just a second ago. And here is your Optimus Prime in his Cybertronian vehicular mode. And it's okay. It holds together fairly well. It's nowhere near as heavy as our Classics Prime brethren, but you know, I mean, you can see it's a whole lot. Well, you take the top part here off and it's not that much different. If anything, it's a little bit taller. I guess I need to prove my point here. Tire to tire, you can see it's actually a little bit bigger than the Classics, although obviously the Classics is slightly fatter than this new version that we've got. So I suppose the next thing we'll need to do is scale. So before we get into all of the different comparisons, let's take a look at him here. Looks like he's coming in at 5 3/4 approximately. Height wise, we're going to have to eyeball this. Bottom of the tire here, about 2 3/4 approximately. Width wise, well, let's just see what we can see here. Oh, I forgot a step, didn't I? Yeah, this comes up, he says. Come on now, don't be that way. Don't do that while the camera's on. Okay, this comes up and fills in so that it looks like that. Okay, depth wise, width wise, we're looking at 2 1/8, thereabouts. Okay, one of the things that strikes me pretty much right off the bat that I have noticed here is that I don't like the front end of this at all. I'm not entirely sure what they were thinking. I've looked to see if there's something I can do to move something or make it look better, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Looking at the picture on the box, it kind of looks like that's the way it's supposed to be, and I just don't much care for that at all. Also, that looks silver, and this is obviously gray, and these look gray, and they're obviously silver, so who the hell knows? Okay, let's see here. The wheels do roll, so I guess that's something. Yeah, I don't have any trailers here handy that I can put with it to see if it'll run with the trailer, but Nemesis doesn't work, so not with this. Let's see here. Squeeze that together. That pops off. Squeeze it back together, and it pops off again. That's an issue if it continually does it. Let's see here, and it wants to. Okay. All right. Tires pop up. Sometimes they stay in place, sometimes they don't. That's what it looks like underneath. Yeah. I guess it's okay. Gun will fit in here like this. So there you go. Alright. Final thoughts wise, it's okay. I honestly can't tell you that I think it's really worth $30 for, you know, the Voyager? Yeah, it's a Voyager class. I can't tell you for sure if it's worth $30. I'd say it's worth $20, but you know, that's just my opinion, and inflation and all that other good stuff. It's okay. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's got an interesting look to it. I have to give it that. The plastic quality feels better than some of the stuff we've gotten in the past. Is it worth your money? Crap, that's a difficult question to answer. If you could catch this thing on clearance, you know, when it's half off, oh, most definitively. It is well worth it. $30, I think, might be pushing it. He looks like Optimus Prime. The build is better than things that we've had in the past from Hasbro, but not as good as some of the past ones we've had. It's obvious that they've taken more care and tried to give us, the adult collectors, a better product. One of the arguments I have always made is that the Hasbro products are for kids, and the you know, third-party Masterpiece, all this, I see that for the adult collectors. This is a nod to us. This is them trying to get us to collect mainline. I get it. I do. Does this fit the bill? Is this what I need to be able to collect mainline? Oh, goodness gracious. Honestly, I don't know. Knowing me, knowing how I am, I'll probably buy these things and review them and wish I hadn't bought them. They're not bad, don't misunderstand. They just really don't have a place for me. As an adult collector, I've got my Optimus Primes, I've got my Megatrons, I've got, you know, a bunch of different stuff. I just don't know if this has a place for me or not. Additionally, I never could find a reason why this had to be gray, so I'm probably going to paint that. Yeah. Alright, should you buy it? If you don't have an Optimus Prime, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this one. Go right ahead. But if you've already got a bunch, unless you just want to collect this line, I'd probably let this one pass. This is Tom. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Vitamin John. Operators are standing by.